What's up, nerds? It's your boy, 9:30 in the morning here, the second day of September in the year of our Lord, Steve the Cat 2023. And if you're wondering what the weird noise behind me is, it's a very hyper Steve the Cat who apparently is feeling better and is having a major case of the zoomies this morning. So if you hear a little pitter patter of feet, it's him. Let's do some rumor control. We haven't done any rumor control in a bit because, yeah. I gotta say, guys, I mean, isn't there enough stuff going on in the tabletop role-playing game universe right now that you need to make shit up? I mean, come on. All right. Rumor number one. Darrington Press has released the rules for Daggerheart. No. That is not true. There is this. I'll just show you guys in case you don't believe me. You think I'm lying. Here we go. Here's the Darrington Press website. If you go to products, Daggerheart, nothing. This little coming soon symbol with this, I guess that's the robot from season 3. That's it. Nothing. This has not been updated in a while. The last update was with them talking about the Princesses at Midnight thing. So no new news on Daggerheart. So the rumor going around that people have copies of the rules is incorrect. What people have is at Gen Con, they did a preview playthrough. A couple different groups were invited. We know definitely that Gizmodo was there and Polyhedron was there and CBR was there. So, and that's it. Gini D was not there. She told me that herself. Not that that means anything. Oh yeah, you've got such a relationship with her, dude. So yeah. And then CBR did their review, which was pretty innocuous and definitely sounded like, oh yeah, we like this. Polygon did their review, and theirs was a little bit more negative, a little bit more like wait and see, a little bit more like what's new about this, which is kind of the same thing I am. And then the other, Gizmodo's was pretty much just copy and paste of what Polyhedra said. And then we had a couple of YouTubers who made videos based upon those videos and those articles. And there's like one that's like almost 2 hours long when somebody's going through it page by page. It's like, you're just looking at the stuff that was put up and trying to extrapolate. And then we have this site, which as far as I know, I am the first person to discover this site. And as far as I know, I'm the first person to show you guys this site. If somebody else has shown this site yet, I am not aware of it. But here we go. We have the daggerheart.org site. All I know about it, it is run by somebody named Dane, and it has the most information we can have on Daggerheart, including the rules. So if people are saying that Darrington Press has put up the official run-through of Daggerheart or a quick start or whatever, that is not correct. Now, they might be referring to this page. It does contain, it's taken the information from the videos, it's taken the information from the playthroughs that CBR, Gizmodo, and Polyhedron did, and then tried to sort of copy, paste, write down, listen to what they said. Maybe they were there or close by. But this is the most information we have right now on Daggerheart regarding creating a character. We have some information on combat. We have some information about how the damage works. We've got a little information about the world, but basically, yeah, it's a general overview. Stuff like that. So that is, as far as we know, the only, and then we have this reference one too, which is somebody somehow got a copy of the pre-made characters for the playtest and basically just pasted them on here. So we know that there is a druid, guardian, a seraph, and a rogue, and a warrior, and that these are the different abilities that some of them had. But other than that, we don't know a lot about it. Okay. So that is where things stands regarding the rumor going around that Darrington Press has released something regarding Dagger to the Heart. Nope. Other than this site, nothing new. Okay, there's also a rumor going around that there is a new playtest from Wizards of the Coast for Dungeons & Dragons 2024, playtest number 7, and that it has some stuff about wizards in it, brand new changes to wizards or backwards changes to wizards. If you remember, at the end of playtest round 6, which was exactly the same as playtest round 5, but somehow in Jeremy Crawford's mind, that's 2 separate playtests. They said, oh, well, you know what? Based upon the past year, we've decided that everything we said for the past year, we're going to go backwards. We're going to go back. We're going to forget everything we said over the past year in regards to the playtest. We're restarting from scratch because we got, well, basically, we wanted to hear what Crawford's basically saying and what the other guys are basically saying from Wizards of the Coast is we had very specific responses we wanted to get from you guys. Because basically, we'd already made up our mind what was going to be in 2024 D&D. Now, mostly, we didn't get the responses we wanted. So we represented you with the same class with some changes. Again, we wanted very specific responses. We didn't get them. We've done this like 7 times now. We're not getting the responses we wanted. So we're going backwards and we're restarting from scratch and rethinking everything we've changed over the past year in the playtest, because apparently the actual players don't want what we want. What? Oh my God, what? Now, this doesn't mean anything. I can tell you from my experience, I played, as you know, I've said this 100 times, 2014, I play tested the first round of D&D Next. Sent in the results, got the second round of D&D Next. We play tested that, sent in the results, got the third round of playtest for D&D Next. Play tested that, sent in the results. A few months later, the player's handbook showed up. It looks nothing like the final playtest for D&D Next. So they might be listening to the changes we'll be making, and they might be addressing those changes in the playtest. But when the final product comes out, it's still probably going to be what they wanted, because that's the lesson we learned between D&D Next and a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. The Player's Handbook 5th edition final rules looks nothing like D&D Next. So just in case you don't believe me, here is the Unearthed Arcana site. As of today, the last round was the Player's Handbook 6. There is nothing new on Wizards on here. So somebody said that somebody saw them going through a book and they were showing them new spells and stuff. That was probably from a different game. And somebody thought they were talking about 5e and then just sort of went crazy. And these rumors do. I haven't found the video that they're talking about. But so this is, yes, Steve, I hear you. A game of he said, she said. He said, I saw a video of him talking about the new spell casting changes in D&D. And then another person went, well, that guy said he watched a video about that guy. So this is my video talking about that guy who was talking about that guy. And chances are the original source was probably talking about a completely different game, like maybe Tales from the Valiant, or I don't know, Level Up 5e, or one of the many other new games that are coming down the pike that people are excited about, like Dragon Slayer from Dr. Greg Gillespie. How dare I make fun of that? So there's your rumor control, guys. Yeah, nothing new from Daggerheart. Nothing new from 1D&D. I'll post the link to the daggerheart.org page. Not that it would be very hard for you to find. It's daggerheart.org. If you want take a look at these early ideas that somebody got from looking from this stuff that was released from Polygon and Gizmodo and CBR. But other than that, yeah, no news. Apparently, Critical Role is getting a lot of hate for writing on creating Daggerheart. How dare they do that? Oh no, how dare they abandon Wizards of the Coast? There's also a rumor going around that Dimension 20 and Critical Role went on strike in solidarity with the AFTRA and the SAG Actors Guilds. So they're not doing shit. Well, that's not true too. They went to show their support for the strike, and get some much needed media awareness. So Sam Riegel and a couple other guys from Critical Role and whoever's on Dimension 20 showed up at a couple of this at the Burbank site and said, we support you guys, but we're going to go home and keep collecting our YouTube money while you guys are standing out here starving, because SAG said that actual plays don't count yet. They will probably change them, and then next time they reevaluate the SAG rules, because actual plays are now something SAG was going to have to maybe think about. Oh, how actual plays and the money they make and design, blah blah blah. But yeah, so no, they Critical Role is not going on strike. Dimension 20, whatever that is not going on strike. They showed up in support at Burbank Studios, went, hey, take our picture, look at us, we're supporting, and then left and went back to whatever it is they do in their normal lives. I don't know who Dimension 20 is. I guess they're another live play that is somewhat important. I'm not going to address the Indestructible thing. I know a lot of other people are trying to clout chase off of that. The only people who should be talking about the Indestructible thing are the people that were directly involved in the Indestructible thing. You know, I am friends with Max Liao, but I definitely don't agree with the stuff that comes out of his mouth 90% of the time. I am friends with Diversity in Dragons, but I don't agree with a lot of the stuff he says. And I'm friends with Jim too, but there's also oftentimes Jim says things that I don't agree with. So I'm really in no position to take a stand on the Indestructible, Grim Jim, Diversity in Dragons thing. I'm not going to clout chase that. There's plenty of other people who are trying to clout chase that and make themselves look like better people by commenting on how horrible Jim was or how horrible Indestructible was or whatever. Yeah, tweet. That's it for Rumor Control as far as I know. Looks like it's a boring news Saturday. Thank God. So, yeah, I'm just going to go hang out with Steve the Cat. If you got anything you want to talk about, let me know. Otherwise, I'll talk to you all later. Stay safe. It's raining, and there's hurricanes and fires and mudslides.